So the box that he shipped in was kind of damaged on one corner. Looked like someone stepped on it. There was some shoe marks on it. And it looks like it went through to here. There's some creases, so I'm gonna open it now and hopefully the figure itself is fine. This is the smallest box I've seen for a maximum figure. It's like, let's see, it's just a bit over 12 inches long and a bit over 10 inches tall, and then just under 10 inches deep. And there's the sexy beast himself. So yeah, it looks like some of the damage did get through to the box, but Zoro should be fine. Looks like he's fine. So here he is. Then on the back they got all 9 of the swords. And I can't wait to put them together. Beautiful. It already looks amazing, but I'm gonna put him over here and get the swords out. See, he's got these little placeholders in here. Guess they started doing that now. I noticed it first on the Portrait of Hearts Odin. I think it was the first figure they've done it on, where they put these little pieces in where the swords go. Just gotta take those out. Oh shit. And this head has some little paper under it, so it must have to be pulled off. There it comes. I guess that's the only one that comes off, because I assume the other 2 heads would have that too if they came off, so Maybe the sword needs to go in the, maybe it needs to go in the mouth before it's put on, and that's why it's like that. So I think I'll leave it off. Yeah, this doesn't feel like it comes off. Get rid of this shit. More tape. Oh, tape again. So this, there's a top cover with tape, then another cover with more tape. Here's the instructions. So yeah, it does show there that you take off that head, then put the sword in, then put it back is what it looks like. And then they just go on like usual. Just come apart right there and hook it in. And then I was already thinking the dark blade, the darker ones, because see there's 3 of each, and then there's one darker on each. You put the dark blades in Zoro's real hands and mouth. So the ones that go in his mouth just have a little peg like that. And there it goes. And then I don't know if he holds Enma in this hand or the other hand. See if this will just slide in. I think it slides in too easy, it's loose. Maybe that means it goes in this hand. Yeah, it stays a lot better there. So I guess Enma goes in this hand. Let's see, so this one's gotta go here then. So I gotta take it apart like that. So it's kind of loose, but if you turn it up like that, it'll kind of get stuck right there in his hand, and then it'll stay in place. So yeah, this is pretty helpful to see which direction they need to be facing in. I don't think the Enmas come apart. I think only this one does. Yeah, I don't think the Enmas come apart, so don't try to do it, or it'll probably break it. It's only these ones that come apart, so I guess that means it goes here. Oh yeah, it goes like that. So let's see, make sure Enma doesn't fit. It does actually, but it's loose. It's loose, so. And then hook it on. This is kind of loose too. So yeah, if you kind of twist a little to the side, they'll get stuck in his hand, but see, it just came off again. There, as long as you don't touch it, it'll stay. On this little gold part right there, it kind of catches it when it goes in. It's still pretty loose, but can tell it goes in there because it keeps it stable. I'll put that head on now. So you gotta put this gold part right there, you gotta push it down to the slot. But I also gotta put his head in at the same time. So when the first photos of him were posted, I saw some people commenting mentioning that his eye was the same color as his skin. And then someone posted some pictures of him displayed about, I don't know, a few weeks later, a month later, and the eye was colored white. But now that I have one in hand, the eye isn't really white at all. It looks like pretty much the skin color, just like the first official pictures that came out. Doesn't really bother me though, I think it still looks great. So actually I saw some pictures that some people have posted that also got the Zoro. And the eye looks more white than mine does. Not sure, maybe it just has something to do with the lighting, but if I compare a picture of mine with the official photos, it looks pretty much the same, which is not white. So I really love the detail and paint job on this. I love how they did the extra arms and heads. It's got like kind of like 3 colors in it, like kind of a bronze color and then purple and some dark green. It's just really nice to look at. And then if you look right here on the base, you can see where he slid his foot back on the ground. So here it is in the manga. You can see he's in a completely different pose. Not sure why they did that, why they did it different. Maybe they thought it would just display better with him facing straight forward like that, I don't know. Of course, I would still prefer it if they just copy it exactly. I mean, I think it looks perfect. Just how it is in the manga, not sure why they had to do it different, but, you know, still think it looks really good. I like that the base isn't really any bigger than it has to be. It's like just enough to hold them up. I think it just looks really great from any angle because it just has so much going on with all the heads and swords and the colors. It also has some really nice detail on his boots. They put like some dirt on it. So now I'll get some other Portrait of Pirates figures and I'll compare them with him. So here's Doflamingo. You can see he's a lot bigger than Zoro, but he's supposed to be. He's a bigger character, so it's not a problem. And then, yeah, you can see Zoro's swords just take up so much space, so guess that's why he's considered a maximum figure. Then here he is with the Wano Zoro. And the version 2 Gear 4 Luffy. So here's all my Portrait of Pirate Zoro figures. And the new one's definitely my favorite one. I think this one actually still looks pretty good for being such an old figure. And This Wano Zoro is just great. But yeah, this new one is my favorite Zoro figure now. So I forgot to weigh him in the box at the beginning of the video, but he's pretty light, so see how much he weighs alone. So he weighs 1 pound and 7 ounces. Now I'll just put him on top of the box and weigh it like that to get the full weight. So the full weight, including the box and the outer box and Zoro, is 3 pounds and 8 ounces. So he's pretty light and the box is pretty small. So if you want to like find him on a Japanese site that maybe still has him in stock, probably wouldn't cost too much to get him shipped. So my top shelf's kind of all messed up right now because I had taken some of them down to compare with Zoro right now. So let's see, gotta pick a spot for him. Let's see. I think that's too high, maybe. Maybe I'll switch one of these shelves and fit them maybe right here. If I move these back to the top, maybe. I think that would be a good height for him to go. So I cleared out just enough so he'll fit, just so I can get an idea of how he'll look in here. Yeah, I think this is definitely where I want to put him. I think that's a perfect height for me to see him at. Not sure what else I'm going to put down here with him. Maybe my other Zoros. Maybe I'll just put... Yeah, I think I'm going to put all Zoro in this shelf. So here's my Zoro shelf now. Might end up moving some around, but for now this is how I'm going to leave it, I think. And then still got to open this one at some point. And I'll probably put them up there once I open them. Maybe I'll put this Grand Line Man Zoro back at the top with the rest of the Straw Hats.